What is your name?
Thomas.
Thomas? Okay. How long have you been living on the streets?
87.
Since 87?
Yeah.
Yeah. What changes have you seen in society since you've been living on the streets?
I can't really say.
It's hard to say? Yeah. What point did you start living on the street, and why?
When I came home from prison,
Okay.
I did 13 and a half years.
Okay.
When I came home, everything was changed. They had computers and everything out here.
Yeah.
Cell phones, all that.
Yeah.
You know, I thought people was talking to themselves walking down the street. You know,
Yeah.
I didn't see the things in their ears at first.
Yeah.
You know, and they be talking, yeah, man,
Yeah.
laughing. I said, the world went crazy, you know.
Yeah.
But that's what it was, you know. After a while, I saw it.
Yeah. So you were there for 13 years?
13 and a half.
13 and a half. And when did you come out? How many years ago?
87 is when I came out.
Oh, you came out in 87?
Yeah.
Okay, and since then you've been living outside?
Yeah.
Yeah. And, what did you go to prison for?
Robbery.
Robbery? Do you see any, are there any regrets that you have about that time? Or was that just your frame of mind, or? Is there anything you would be doing differently?
Yeah, I regret.
Yeah. You know, what do you regret about it? Just the way that it happened, or just the way?
Having gone away.
Yeah.
You know, missing my family and everything, because all my family died while I was in jail.
You couldn't see them?
Yeah, they used to bring me down to the funerals and then send me back up.
Yeah. And you were arrested in New York?
Yeah.
What advice do you have for I guess anybody, any child in school now that's growing up and looking for their way to make it in the world? What advice do you have for them?
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs.
Stay in school.
Was that something that you got into?
Yeah. It kind of fills the emptiness inside, you know, but only temporarily. Because after you use, you run right back out there and do it again, you know.
Yeah.
And it was terrible. You could hear cars talking to you, birds, you know, animals, trains, you know. It's terrible. I became very paranoid. I couldn't sit any place. I'd sit down somewhere and then I'd get paranoid and jump right back up, you know.
Do you think some people take their freedom for granted?
Yeah.
Like some of the younger people?
Yeah, many of them.
Yeah. Hey, can I ask how old you are?
61.
61? You don't look 61.
No?
No. Were you born in New York?
Yeah. 1945.
1945? Yeah. And in Manhattan?
Yeah.
In Manhattan? In Brooklyn.
Yeah.
How have you seen? What changes have you seen as far as how the state of the black community was then, as far compared to how it is now?
Well, morally, we was much better off, and we had more. We had stores, grocery stores. You know, we had a community where we had more respect. We showed more concern for family and community even before they was using the word community at the time, you know. We just calling the slums or ghetto. And we were just closer.
Yeah.
You know?
Is there anybody in your family that's close to you now?
No.
Do you miss your family?
Of course. Yeah.
You have sons or daughters?
No, no children.
And so you were arrested when you were probably in your late 20s?
Yeah.
Late 20s?
I said my late 20s, yeah.
Yeah. Can you talk a little bit about what happened?
Well, besides them arresting me, not really.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. Can you describe to me how you felt when you knew you were going to be away for a long time?
Empty.
Empty?
Yeah, scared, empty, worried. Things happen that I didn't expect, though. I didn't anticipate my family dying. It's a strange thing. But when you grow up, you never think of your parents as dying.
You grew up with your mother and father in the home?
And my sister.
But they notify you when it happens, right?
Yeah, the corrections department, they receive word from my family, and they set a date, and they bring you down to attend the funeral.
Yeah.
Then they bring you back.
Okay. All right, so you see your family there, and at the funeral, and they give you a time limit?
Yeah, well, you can only stay there for a little while, maybe 40 minutes or something like that, then you have to go back upstate.
Yeah.
I was in Attica, Clinton, Comstock, Green Acres, Sing Sing, Auburn. Yeah. Prisons like that.
Yeah. Was that the first time that you were locked up?
No, I had been locked up before that. I did 5 years, 4 years, 5 years. Same thing with robberies,
Yeah. But you mentioned Okay, in '87 you came out.
Yeah.
And you mentioned there were some problems that you were having with drugs.
Yeah.
You were on what was some of the stuff that you were using?
Cocaine, dope, reefer. That was about it.
Yeah.
Alcohol, I was drinking wine, whiskey, and beer.
Yeah. What can you describe yourself when you were, let's say, 5 years old?
Not really. I mean, I was just a little boy,
Yeah, or maybe 9, 10, older.
I was boxing.
You're boxing?
Yeah.
But you play the sport, the boxing, yeah. At that time, did you think you were gonna be where you are now?
No.
Like a lot of stuff has happened. Yeah. Now you see people every day on the street. You see a lot of people.
Wow.
You see a lot of people. What do you see? Like people pass you every day. Some people may notice you.
Yeah, people stop sometimes to give me change. Yeah. Ask me things. Am I hungry?
Yeah.
Take me someplace to eat.
Yeah.
Give me a couple of dollars. Tell me be safe, be careful. Keep your head up. And pray. Believe in God. And everything will be all right.
Do you think people judge you by the way that you live? And how do you see them?
They seem to have everything.
Yeah.
Everything they want, everything they need. Things they work for, their ambition, their attitudes and stuff. Yeah. They just seem to have everything. They don't seem to be concerned about God or anything like that. They just seem to have everything.
And is there something that you would say that if you could have anything right now, what would it be?
I really couldn't say now.
Yeah. Is there anything you feel you missed, or anything you feel that any periods that? In total, how long were you away? Like you said, you did one stint for 4 years.
30 some odd years.
Was 30 some odd years?
Yeah.
Do you think it's harder for a black person to be away because you don't really get a second chance in society to clear your name? Do you think once you're in the system, you're
right? That's it.
That's it. And is there anything that you could think about that would make you make you change your life in any way? Like something somebody could do for you, besides give you change.
The only one that probably could help me is God.
God.
Yeah.
Do you think about death much?
I think in a way I'd be dying periodically in the streets, just okay, I'm dying a little bit at a time. You know, and then one day I just won't wake up. You know, I'll be in a cardboard box or something, or sleeping in the corner somewhere, you know, and it just won't happen. I won't wake up. I'll light my last cigarette and that'll be it. You know, it'll be over with.
Yeah. Do you ever wonder why you were born?
Yeah, I used to be curious about that before. I always thought there would be something special in life for me, that God had a plan for me, you know, because my life was strange. It was always strange. I was always by myself mostly.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't have that many friends. And as I was coming up, I just kept seeing the same thing. It seemed like I'd be in the back of the precinct, or rather in the back of the police car when they'd be taking me away. And it seemed like it was intended for me not to be in this world.
Yeah.
Not to be in this country, not to be in this society. You know, not to have anything for myself. Just to be locked up all the time.
Yeah. Was there anything your parents wanted you to be?
Not that I know.
Not that you know. And you grew up with both of them, right? Yeah. And when you were sent away, you were 20...
I came to about 20. When I was first sent away, I think I was about 17 and a half.
17 and a half?
Yeah, I did 5 years and came out.
Okay.
Then I went back again about 6 months later.
Yeah.
Then another 5 years. Then I did 4. Then I did 2. You know, then I did 4.5 to 9.
Yeah.
Then I did the 13.
Yeah. You know, for different issues, or for
robberies. Robberies and assaults.
Yeah. Was it so you could do drugs, or so?
No, not so much drugs.
No,
I was just
to
messing
get
up. Yeah.
Okay.
You know.
So about that second chance, like there's some people who seem to do some of the things that you probably did, but they get less time, or they seem to get second chances because of where they are. Do you feel that it's different for somebody like yourself?
Yeah.
Like you stay right in front of one of the biggest hospitals in the world.
Yeah.
And have you? And what does how's that feel? Like knowing that there's millions of dollars and billions of dollars going through that building every day, and none of it goes through you, really. Like, you know, how do you feel about this? Are you even angry anymore, or just?
No, just.
At what point do you let go of that?
Indifferent.
You're indifferent?
Yeah, I feel apathy.
Yeah. Were did you used to be angry before?
No.
Never. No. Did you want kids in your life, or is that something that never?
No.
Girlfriend, wife? No things you weren't into before, and you don't miss any of those things. What makes you different from another black man the same age as you are?
I don't know.
You're the same person. I think you would be the same person, just different positions and different locations. So what would make somebody? They never seem to talk about people who live on the streets. Anytime somebody running for president, do you feel that your needs are met as somebody who lives on the streets?
No.
Where do you go in the winter when it gets real cold?
I sleep out in the cold.
Out in the cold?
On trains.
You just wear more stuff?
Yeah, I try to accumulate more clothes. You know, but you see what happens. They fall off me and stuff, and you get old.
Yeah. Okay. And can you just take me through your day, like as far as
I live, you know,
different places.
Whatever happens, yeah, you know, things happen. Sometimes I'm over here, sometimes I'm over there. You know, and I just get wrapped up. I just can't wait till the night coming out to sleep.
Do you prefer the night?
Yeah, I prefer the darkness. You know, to be in the dark. It's the only time I feel like I'm all right. You know, during the course of the day, everything is, you know, people selling newspapers, books, magazines, pocketbooks, ring, jewelry, clothes, shoes. They walk by, Jehovah's Witnesses come by with their pamphlets. other Christians come by, Muslims be walking by. Everybody be selling their products or their beliefs, you know, or trying to get other people to believe what they believe, you know.
Well, right now we have peace from all that.
Yeah.
Were you a religious man coming up?
No.
And was it something that your family tried to impose on you when you were younger? Or?
No.
It just didn't catch on to you. It didn't. And so in the winter you sleep outside. You sleep outside, and you don't see as much people as you do in the summer.
No.
Like, and does it ever get too cold for you?
Always.
Always?
Most of the time, yeah. But I be on the trains, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes I fall asleep on the trains, and the train will go all the way one way, then it'll come back.
Yeah.
You know, and I'll try to stay down there for as long as I can. Sometimes
is that during the daytime?
Huh?
During the daytime?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And night too. You know, I might go down in the daytime and come out the following day.
Yeah.
You know, if the police don't run me away or take me to jail.
Do they usually bother you for being
Panhandling, begging, you know.
Yeah. So, but do they bother you often, or they?
Sometimes in one day they'll bother me 2 or 3 times. Then sometimes they don't want to say nothing to me for the whole day.
Yeah.
You know, a whole day will go by and then they have.
Yeah. So okay. So there's are there many other? Do you have many friends?
No.
You know, or people who you acquaint with?
No.
Living in the streets? No.
This one woman I see once in a while, she helps me, you know.
Yeah. But do you see each other often, or is it from you could go
About once a week.
Once a week.
And
you don't know when you're gonna see her. You just see her.
No, I never know. I just sit in a certain spot and she might walk by and stop and say, Thomas, you know, come and sit down and talk to me.
Yeah. If you could be anywhere in the world right now, where would it be?
Out of the world.
Out of the world?
Yeah, I don't want to be in this world.
No.
No, I don't like this world.
Yeah. You believe in heaven? You believe in heaven?
Yeah.
Would that be a better place?
Certainly.
Well, than it is now.
Yeah, I'd have something really worthwhile to do.
Yeah. Do you feel like you're out of the world in a way already? Yeah.
Yeah, my body is just here, you know, it just hangs on. Seems like every day I eat something, I maintain a certain condition that forfeits my ability to rise above my physical station, you know. I can't be as spiritual as I want to be, you know. And that's really what I want to do. You know, I don't want to be eating food. Sometimes, you know, I go days without eating.
Yeah.
Intentionally, I might even have $3 or $4 in my pocket.
Oh yeah.
And I won't even get a cup of coffee. I'll smoke a cigarette or something.
Is that to make yourself weaker on purpose?
I don't necessarily feel weak at that time.
You know?
Sometimes I feel spiritually strong. You know, but then sometimes my body takes over.
So,
yeah, you know, and it's a combination. It's a condition where there's a conflict between my body, my mind, my heart, and my soul. You know?
Yeah.
Because there's really nothing here for me, you know. I don't know nothing about cars or anything. I don't know how to drive, you know, and I'm not concerned about things like that.
Yeah. And you used to be at one point?
What?
Interested in cars and different material things?
Not really.
Not really.
I was curious about them, but not interested.
Not interested in them?
No.
Did you have any interest when you were coming up?
I used to read a lot.
Yeah.
When I went to prison, I did a great deal of reading. I read African history, American history. I read about a lot of novels, you know.
Yeah. When you were 17 years old? When you first went?
No, when I went in jail.
Oh,
yeah, when I started going to jail,
Yeah.
It increased my awareness of things, histories, and oppression, persecution, exploitation.
Yeah.
You know, countries' inability to fight off oppression by American society. You know.
Yeah. Do you think those books helped, or do you think it made you just a little?
Yeah, they helped. They helped. They gave me an awareness that I wouldn't have had otherwise.
Yeah. But now that you had this awareness, was it harder for you to?
Yeah.
to accept, or was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you could go days without eating. You could go days without eating.
Yeah, I've done it many times.
And it doesn't bother you. When you, and what's the longest you've been without eating?
About 6.5 days in prison it happened.
Yeah.
They shut the prison down and they didn't feed nobody. People that knew the prison was going to be shut down, they went to the commissary and purchased a whole lot of food, canned and stuff.
Yeah.
And they was eating themselves, but nobody offered me anything.
Yeah.
And the only thing I had was coffee and cigarettes. And that's what I did. I exercised, I smoked cigarettes,
Yeah.
I read, and I slept.
Yeah. And it wasn't important to you then?
Huh?
It wasn't important to you to get a meal or to eat something?
No, I wasn't hungry.
Wow.
I wasn't hungry at all.
Wow.
In fact, when they let us out the cells, I was bigger,
Yeah.
stronger, I would say, than I was when I was in the cell.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was out in population working out before with the weights and running and everything.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I thank you for doing this interview. I wish we had more time. And is there anything else you'd like to say? Or?
No, not really.
No? Okay. I thank you very much, Thomas.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir.